So this is my video reflection on student engagement. My learning objective for this lesson was to not only bring in fiction and nonfiction, but I wanted the students to get a sense of reality and what could be real life situations and what could not be real life situations. They were able to have the coconut in their mind for the rest of the unit. Now keep in mind this is a 10 lesson unit, so it lasts about 2 weeks. This was the first story of the unit, and I know that they talk about coconuts and other things from palm trees throughout the unit, so I wanted to bring in a coconut as soon as possible. The reasoning for this was so that my ESL students gained a sense of knowledge and confidence that they knew what a coconut was. That way, come story 9, they weren't still questioning what a coconut was. I feel like bringing it actually in and letting them look at it and feel it and taste it and touch it allowed for them to have that thought in their mind when they are reading the rest of the stories. Bringing in the nonfiction and fiction also goes with the Common Core, which I think is very good that we are able to tie that in with our direct instruction. I think I had a high student engagement in this video. All the students seemed to have fun. They seemed to answer. Now, not at all times, which I am very aware of that. We have a student who struggles very hard to stay focused. I just kept having to get him back on track. I know this is going to happen in every school that I'm at, in any classroom I'm at. There's always going to be 1 or 2 students who need to be reminded constantly to stay on track. As a teacher, that is just kind of our job to make sure that they do what they're supposed to be doing. For my ESL students, I was able to bring in, like I said, not only information about a coconut, but they were also able to see and feel and touch a coconut. I met various needs by bringing in the realia of this lesson. Now, with my visual students, they were able to see it. With my hands-on students, they were able to feel it. With the students who have trouble comprehending what they're reading, they were able to read the information passage and then answer back to me the questions I had based on the information passage and based on what we learned about the coconuts. There's a literature guide that goes with our direct instruction reading, and it gives activities for students on enrichment, but also can help students who are struggling. If I were to teach this lesson in a different school, I feel like bringing in the realia is just awesome. I would have loved to maybe bring in a coconut that had just fallen off the palm tree. I know that when teaching this lesson, I had to explain to them beforehand that this coconut did not have the outer shell. We went into detail on why and how the manufacturers do not get the coconut with the outer shell. It simply goes to the store with the inner shell. I would have loved to bring a real-life coconut straight from a palm tree. Since kids can't be in the video, I hammered, as you saw. That was just for safety issues and for confidentiality reasons. If I were to perform this video again, I would love to let the students really get in there and try to crack the coconut open. Try to see how many times it takes them, since they're littler than me, to crack the coconut open. As you probably noticed in the video, something went not very right. We were cracking the coconut open and a piece of the shell actually hit one of the students in the front row. Now, I had not planned for that to happen at all. Looking back on it, I realized that I probably should have had the students wear safety goggles just in case. Thank goodness it just hit him in the forehead and not somewhere else that could have damaged him very bad. What I would change would be to cut out the screwdriver part, which I did. I was able to piece together this video based on what I thought was appropriate, and at first we tried a screwdriver to crack it and it did not work, which that's all part of teaching. Next year I will definitely not bring a screwdriver. Another thing that I would use for this lesson would be a 3x30, which is used for checkouts but could also be used for fluency and comprehension. Now, they could use this tool for the information passage to help them retain that information for when I ask back questions about the coconut and what we're learning about the coconut. Thank you.